So apparently my nobody's here anyways. So I'll just explain to anybody who's watching later. I tried to go live. Apparently my portrait orientation lock was on my phone. So here we are. Trying to do this now. I've been sick this week. I came down with the flu, and since Sunday night, I've been pretty much useless. I've gotten very little done, haven't been in the shop, and I'm starting to feel better now. So I wanted to get over here and show you guys some work. I just, I've got some stuff kicking around that I haven't managed to share. I often don't take enough time to take pictures and video and stuff like that. So I figured I'd grab a bunch of my Etsy stock. I've got a few baskets and trays of things over next to me, and I'm gonna share some of that work. I figure I'll just spin the camera around here. I'm gonna get set up, get my phone in the tripod real quick. Yeah. So yeah, if I don't know who's in the chat right now at all, but if you were trying to watch before when my stream wasn't starting, yeah, orientation lock was on my phone apparently, so the stream would not start. But at the moment, I just wanted to share some of the work I've got kicking around. So a couple wig-wag pendants here. I'll get that light in a better spot here. This one's pretty cool. Got a implosion kind of pattern in the background. It's kind of, yeah, you can see all that color there. Trying to keep it in focus. And then that Electrum wigwag on the front where you can see the pattern through. It's a cool one. And then it's actually got citrine in the middle. So this thing has a nice green glow under black light. I'll actually switch this light off for a second. And yeah, it's a pretty cool color. I really like these ones. This one was Lucy over Ghost in the center. Hey there, Buttercup. How you doing? This one's pretty sweet back on this one too. It's all silver fume, some of the Contourex kind of tubing. It's got a bunch of ridges inside, and you fume the inside, and you get all these nice lines, and then twist it up. This guy here, I just made this not too long ago, like last week, I think. It's a Electrum implosion on this side, and then some silver chaos fume on that side. The Electrum, I'm really proud of how this came out. It I did a blowout and sleeved it 3 separate times to stretch the color down. You really get that nice shiny metallic look when you stretch the color like that. But been spending a fair bit of time just thinking about what I should share here. So I've got these dab tools that I've made in the past. This one's made with, I'm trying to remember, Opal Skyline was the blue. I got a chunk of a Slugger bar of that with a order from North Star, I think a year or two ago. And then the lined tubing from Colorado Color Company is the Wavy Gravy pattern. It's a matching little dish to go with that thing. Really love that rainbow kind of pattern. It's been pretty popular. I made a nice set for my little brother with that stuff. He got a nice, actually, a tube kind of like this. Not the same kind of patterns, but oh, there's a lot of fingerprints on there. I think I've got a, yeah, that's it. Sorry, I've been a little slow going here. I'm just recovering from that sickness, so I'm kind of trying to sort out my thoughts while I do this. I just really wanted to do something to share some work with you guys. So this thing's a Carmeline and Galaxy and Calmo lip wrap tube that I made. I've had this one for a while. It's one of my favorites, actually. So that's a price tag that I had on for the farmer's market when I was going out. But yeah, it's Carmeline Galaxy lip wraps, the tiny little lines. There's a bunch of them. These things are slow to make, but they're a lot of fun to look at. I love them. I've even got, I was trying out some recyclers a little while ago, and this thing's really one of the ones that I had finally kind of like rested on a design that I felt was pretty functional. So at the right angle, it does make a pretty good vortex. It's fun making that water move. And there's a couple things that I've been working on lately, like the fumicellos. So the silver fume in there, just like the back of this guy, that pendant that I was showing earlier. You fume the inside of a tube, and then on top of the ridges, all that fume lands a little thicker there versus in the troughs. And then on this side, we got some chaos fume. It's very spacey kind of looking. Light's a little bright for that. Try to focus a little better on it. Seems like the YouTube live doesn't quite go as the camera doesn't want to adjust to focus as much as it will usually. I've got another one of these kicking around over here. This one's actually sold already, but I wanted to share it before we get it out of here. I'm really happy with this one. The backside is very kind of like nebula, kind of space looking. And then yeah, the fumicello on this side turned out really nice. Yeah, I'm getting antsy to get back in the shop. I've been on the couch for three days now, and it's about time for me to get busy and make some things. So I really love these patterns. This one's I do a silver fumed piece, and then kind of like a freehand implosion pattern. And depending on how the light hits it, that whole pattern almost disappears. You can see it kind of like go from seeing just the face as you rotate it through, and yeah, there's a lot of variation in the pattern depending on how the light hits it. Here's another one, just fingerprints, man. Always trying to get rid of fingerprints. Yeah, so there we go. See that silver kind of just kind of lit up by the way the light passes through the lens. And this one I think is backed with Galaxy, so it's got a bit of a sparkle. You can see that shine. And this guy's actually one of my kind of keepers. It's a well, if definitely not the best light source for this. Sorry, guys. Yeah, this one's a silver fumed implosion, and then a little waveform kind of pattern that I do on the back side here. Yeah, two different patterns stuck together there. This thing here is pretty cool. Got a little kind of nug jar. Got an opal on the side. Been planning to make more of these. Got a try and make some more stuff to bring to the farmer's market with me this summer and share some things that aren't pipes and stuff for the crowd that's out there. Then we got a couple little freeform kind of implosion patterns too. These couple marbles are really cool. Really need to spend a little more time trying to do a few more of these. A lot of this stuff's still available. If anybody's interested in grabbing anything, let me know. I'm definitely into working with people on these things. Yeah, I'm kind of feeling exhausted here, just kind of trying to feel productive while I'm sick. So thanks for bearing with me, the couple of you who are here watching. Gonna try not to ramble too long, but yeah, just like I said, haven't been in the shop, so I thought I'd share some of my work. This one here is kind of a little bit imperfect. I think I dropped this thing on the workbench and then I picked it up and fixed it later. But it's another one of those implosion patterns, and the silver fume didn't quite show up as vibrant as I was hoping. There's a few little bits of the pattern that are getting lost on the sides. But silver fume's one of those things that, like, you can do it 100 times or 1,000 times and it'll still surprise you every so often. I've gotten better and better over time with silver, like this sort of thing, really just being able to get those nice colors. But it's definitely a learning experience continuing on. I've also... Oh, shit. I'm trying to knock down my curtains over here. Just wanted to share some of the stuff that I've actually got listed on my Etsy store. We've got a bunch of pendants here. So, like, there's another one of those wig-wag patterns. This one's amber purple over electrum with the same kind of silver fumed spiral on the backside. I've got... This is a cool wig-wag. A lot of switchbacks in here. And then got a thin line of Galaxy. And then the back here is Galaxy and amber purple. So this is a layer of amber purple over Galaxy. So you got that blue purple kind of creamy color with a little bit of sparkle showing through from it. I think this, I'm not sure when Colorado Color Company made this, but it came with one of my orders as a extra. And actually one of my earlier YouTube videos, my wigwag, I guess it was just a few weeks ago, my wigwag video, this one's actually listed on my Etsy shop. So, you know, if you've seen that video, interested in scooping this, feel free to head over to my Etsy shop. It's there along with a lot of this other stuff. Got a few more. This thing's really cool. Somebody was looking at it the other day, asked me about it. It's a nice mushroom on the bottom there with a implosion with an opal right in the center. This is amber purple and star white for the colors. Always a good combination. North Star uses that to make serendipity. And then what's next? This one's a cool one. Got another opal in the center of an implosion. This is another one of those kind of free form patterns. It's got a very cool effect here. Try and it's tough to get the lighting right on these things sometimes. There, that looks pretty good. Yeah. And that's I do these implosions with frit. So this looks very much like a fumed piece, but this one's just frit. And so this is a fumed one. Got a silver fumed honeycomb. Let's see there. Kind of see the color there. Get it in focus. Yeah, the center of this guy like really struck out more than the edges. And I almost started to get that more reddish kind of color coming out of the fume on the edges, which is pretty sweet looking. Always trying to get some more purple in there. Haven't quite mastered that yet. Silver fume really is a bit of a dark art. It's black magic, man. So next up, let's see. Oh, this one's pretty cool. We got a nice green opal in there, and that's I believe Electric Coconut and Aquatic Carnival. Aquatic Carnival is actually one of the first colors I ever experimented with, and it's always been a favorite. But under the black light, this one is going to go green. So I'm going to switch the light off up top, or get it out of the way anyways. Yeah, there. So yeah, that's nice. What's up? How's it going, Austin? Glad to see you in the chat. Yeah, this Electric Coconut's a really cool color. Kind of like a ghostly green. Yeah. So what's next? Let's oh, we got one of those. I think actually this is my first implosion tutorial. The Carmeline and Galaxy implosion that I did. This one's still up on the website, so if anybody wanted to grab that. I've always loved these two colors together. This one's kind of cool too. I think this was Aquatic Carnival and Amazon Bronze. And then it's got, I think, is that Andromeda on the back. So it's got like a little bit of a sparkle with a silver fume kind of look. Like that might even be a UV reactive bale. Yeah, that's the bale on top is Blue V. It's a cool one. Oh, got another one of these things. Yeah, I love the way the color kind of like plays with the light on the silver fume when you back them with something like this and shine the light through the edge of the lens. Very cool effect. So maybe we'll move on to some marbles now. That's a bunch of stuff on my Etsy shop. So there's a bunch of marbles that I got up on the store right now. This one's a nice silver. Yeah, it's a silver fume honeycomb. Oh man, they definitely have like a bit of a holographic look to them sometimes. The camera on the iPhone right now really doesn't do them justice compared to like in real life. You can see that almost electric blue glow in the top, and then yeah, the patterns are awesome. The colors have so much variation to them. I've always loved these kind of things. There's another one similar to that, but got a much more ghostly silver fume on the top. See that electric blue I was talking about? This one has way more of it. Then the kind of waveform pattern on that side. What's next? Well, this is a pretty cool marble. I've got one of my mushrooms in the middle of an implosion. I think this is all amber purple. Or it's probably some amber purple, and then there's the star white for the mushroom dot and stem. So the back side's just a bunch of clear. It's kind of you can kind of see the implosion pattern through, but this one really looks good on this side. Those kind of creamy browns and greens and blues. I'm gonna have to make more of these. I've always loved these mushroom marbles. Why not a vortex next? So this is a nice vortex marble with a bit of stumbling over my tongue there. Dichroic in there. It's a blue dichro with, I think this was some more of my amber purple, or not amber purple, Aquatic Carnival, one of my favorite colors. This one's backed with Galaxy. This one's a kind of fun one. So we got Carmeline, and I believe this is either Pinktonium or Glow Stick. So if we get the light in the back here, turn on the black light. It's another UV reactive kind of color. It's tough to know exactly where the light's perfect on this. I'm trying to figure that out. Spend a lot of time photographing glass, and trying to get the light just right is always a struggle. Well, not always. As you get better at it, it gets easier, but you know, it's still a challenge at times. Here's another silver fumed one. Got a layer of chaos fume on this side. And then I think this is two different sections twisted together. One of some lined tubing, and then some, I think some people call it stumble tech, where you put silver inside a tube and get it to splatter. Yeah, it's a lot of nice color in silver. I really do need to try and get some gold at some point and do some gold fuming. Ah, here's one of my silver fumed honeycombs that I managed to actually start getting that purple color. And getting purple to happen, it's really a fair bit of work compared to some of the other fumed pieces. You gotta keep adding more and more silver. Make sure you don't hit it with any reducing flames. You got to keep the oxygen high and propane low. But you get some wild colors out of silver. And what I think I backed this one with, that looks like Stargazer. Yeah, it's definitely Stargazer from North Star. Ooh, here's another cool one. Got a opal on the back behind there, an opal coin. Little Carmeline backing. Looks very similar to the Stargazer, because they are actually, Stargazer's just Carmeline, this color, with a bit of cobalt added to it, I believe. So it goes a little bit more purple. Yeah, I love making these things. Where's another? Oh, here's a good one. One of my mushroom marbles. So we got a Carmeline cap with the, let's get this light out of the way and I'll show you the UV glow. So we've got Carmeline mushroom cap, and I believe that's either Pinktonium or Glow Stick, and then some electric coconut on the outside. I love from this side, it really looks like it magnifies the mushroom. And you spin it around, the mushroom kind of shrinks a little bit. Yeah. So what's next? We've got a couple dichro marbles here. Here's another nice big dichro marble. I haven't been making too many dichro marbles these days. They've been kind of sitting around, actually. So I've got a little chaos fume on that side. So I feel like I'm kind of rambling. I think I might just show you a couple more things and then shut this down. Like I said, been sick for the last few days, and I was starting to feel like I had some energy. So I wanted to try and do something while I wasn't getting in the shop. This one's got some crushed opal in there, but it's really tough to see the color. I'm gonna have to figure out how to get some better lighting on some of this stuff. At least for these YouTube live videos. I'm not exactly super happy with how this looks on the camera right now. I don't know if you guys are seeing it better than me. Hey, happy to share, man. I'm definitely glad to be feeling a little better too. It was a savage few days. I barely slept the first night, and then 3 days of my nose running like a faucet. So that's a nice silver piece. A lot of twists and turns in there. Maybe I'll... What haven't I shown you guys? Well, I've got some dab tools in the drawer over here I'm going to grab. Yeah, so these things, this is my first 3 of these that I did. I really want to do some more. This was the first one, and I wasn't exactly super happy with the orientation of the mushrooms. I love how this turned out, but I wanted the mushrooms to stand up when you put them down like that. So then I made these 2. So this one's a carmeline one, another one with the UV reactive mushrooms. Let's switch that off a second. Yeah. It's a pretty sweet little piece. And then, yeah, so like that, the mushrooms stand upright, which I love. And then we've got some amber purple mushrooms in this one. Yeah. Definitely got to make some more of these things. I love how they turned out. And I use stainless tools to put in the end, and I glue them in so they're not set into the glass itself. I leave a cavity about the size of the metal piece that I want to glue in, and then use a 2-part epoxy to put them together. And then actually I'll grab a couple more. Yeah, a couple here. This one, they've got a bunch of silver in the handles, so it's a nice spiral of color. The camera doesn't know how to focus when I have the table in the background, so yeah, nice green matched to that kind of greeny fume in there. And we got a blue one here this one's got a bit of a scoop kind of handle, or scoop tool. And then, yeah, the fume turned out a little more blue on this coil, so I went with blue on this one. And so it's a cobalt blue with, I think that was Aquamania over that for those lines. Turned out pretty cool. And then next up, this one's actually one of my favorites right now. So this is from Colorado Color Company. I think it was Area 51 is the color that they call this line tubing. And then a little bit of citrine on the ends and there. So we've got that green glow under the black light. Just slide that out of the way, get you a little more color. Yeah. And we got, I really love this handle. When you look inside, you can kind of see the interior of the lines for the whole piece, and it's it's got a really cool effect. I've actually got a matching bubble cap for this one, so yeah. I'm really wanting to try that new color from Molten Aura, Ion. This is just citrine, and citrine's, although it's a great UV reactive color, it definitely doesn't have the same vibrant glow as Ion does. It seems like Ion's probably in competition with Illuminati at this point. Definitely a little less color in it, like the citrine has a bit more of a yellowy kind of tinge to it. Yeah, I'll get that UV light on there again for you. There was one day when I first made this piece that I probably handled this tool for 2 or 3 hours one day, just staring inside inside that little tunnel in there. Yeah, it's a very cool color. I definitely want to try Ion though. I've been waiting for Molten Aura to drop Chromium again. I've been really loving Electrum. Like, this stuff's amazing, and I want that green one, and they haven't had it. So I've been waiting and waiting, thinking about getting myself a little bit of the Ion that was in stock, and I think it's out of stock now. But I want Chromium more than anything. And last time I made an order, I couldn't justify a second order when they listed Chromium and Neptunium the very next day. But yeah, this marble's backed with Electrum. That metallic shine is so cool. There's nothing else like it in glass these days. Kind of a bit of a shakeup in the industry, I think. Yeah, you definitely should try some when you get a chance. That Electrum's amazing. I feel like all these colors that Molten Aura had been selling out of all the time, constantly, like, looked like Lotus White and Telemagenta and Ion, just stayed in stock after the new colors came out. Yeah, it definitely is a bit of money, but isn't that money? What's next? Anybody want to see anything in particular? I'm just kind of thought I might shut this down, but I'm kind of enjoying myself. Thanks for hanging out. Ooh, this guy in the background here? It's a pretty cool one. So this was a slime to sunset slime blowout. The neck is, like, I gathered up, I think, a rod of slime and get the blue and orange. Sean, you should message me about that. Let me know. Show me a picture of what you're looking at. Were you thinking about this one? Yeah, I just want to grab the fluorescent light so I can show you guys the color shift on this thing. Cool. We can definitely chat about that, man. Cool. I'm just gonna, let's adjust this without messing with your guys' heads. That's better. So we got the fluorescent light. Turn off the other light and you can really see that color shift. Yeah, it goes from that nice green all the way down that looks like one color, and then, yeah. I've got a couple CFL colors. I really need to do some work on making some more stuff with that. But not many people have fluorescent lights these days, so it's a little tougher to show everybody what you got. So let's just grab something else here. Here's a fun Encalmo tube that I was working on a little while ago. Still need to make a bowl for it, but I was trying to use up some sections of frit that I had on the ends of blow tubes, so I just kept stacking until I had this little tube, and yeah, some cool colors there. Well, you know what? Like, it's been 35 minutes. I can't even see the chat here. I need to learn how to use this live chat. Let's see. I'm just trying to see what everybody's saying here. I'm still learning about going live. I had some serious technical difficulties when I tried to turn on the camera. Apparently my phone was locked and wouldn't let me turn it sideways to stream like this, so the stream just wouldn't start. But you know, I'm not sure I have much else to share with you guys right now. I'm happy some of you hung out. I'm gonna shoot you a message real soon, Sean. We gotta figure that out. I'll send you some good pictures of these, because yeah, it's a cool pair. It would be sick to have something to match your Pendy. Well, thanks for watching, guys. Thanks for hanging out with me. I'm happy to be feeling a little bit less under the weather right now, and just really wanted to get some work shared with you guys. So most of this stuff's available. I think I might have shared one marble that I've already sold, but it hasn't shipped yet. Somebody asked me for a later shipping date instead of shipping something right away because they were going to be out of town. So I'm always happy to work with customers on making sure things get to them when they need it. But hope you guys had fun. I'm going to try and do this more often. Maybe it'll be more smooth. I'll get used to chatting with the camera, right? Have a good one.